Welcome back, everybody. Gonzalez Brothers Entertainment, and we're here talking about Deadpool 2. It's a rated R film, but don't worry, for all you younger viewers out there, there will be no Deadpooling, no spoilers as well. So sit back, relax, and let's get to the chimichangas. This movie takes its time to really get going, but once certain characters arrive into the movie, this movie really hits its stride, and by the end of the movie, you're really wishing that there was at least 30 more minutes for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy all the laughter and chemistry between three of the main characters. Talking about the characters, that's clearly one of my favorite things about this movie. It's a standout. The chemistry between Josh Brolin, Zaza Beetz, and Ryan Reynolds, it's outstanding. Once they're on the screen together, it really brings the movie to life, and that's when the movie really gets going. And I can't separate one from the other because all three of them really stood out to me in their performances and their comedic timing. It was just fantastic. David Leitch takes over directing duties in Deadpool 2, and his stamp is clearly visible in the action sequence. There's one action sequence in particular that really reminded me of John Wick. Well, with a little more CGI than you see in John Wick, but John Wick the same. This movie's budget was really bumped up, and it was really evident in the action sequences. Although in the first one we got that big freeway battle, there's something kind of similar to that, but I thought that it was done way better in this one than in the first. Let's talk about the comedy. The comedy was a big factor in the first Deadpool, and early on this movie struggled a little bit to find its rhythm with the jokes, but somewhere towards the end of the first act, this movie really settles in with the jokes, and some of the running gags really killed me and had me bent over laughing. My stomach was hurting. The jokes were so good. I wish I could tell you some of them, but they could be considered spoilers, so I'll just wait till you guys check that out. Maybe we could discuss that in another video. But yes, I love the comedy overall. It really worked. Ryan Reynolds is on point. He was born to play this role. Like I mentioned before, the chemistry between the three main characters is one of my most favorite things, and I'm looking forward to see where they take it in the future. Hopefully that results in another film, because I really want to see that. Also, the comedy, like I said, it takes a bit to find its footing, but once it finds it, it really goes. And the action sequences are a little bit bigger than the first, and there's one scene in particular that we've seen a little bit of it in the trailer that's so awesome, and it has a little bit of comedy in it, but it really just works overall. And once we get to the climactic part of that particular action sequence, it's really rewarding with the comedy and where we end up with it. This movie is not perfect. I did have a couple of issues with it, in particular with the first half of the first act. It's not until all the players and all the main characters are on the board that this movie really takes off. And some of the jokes didn't really work for me in the beginning. They were hard and fast, and they were hit and miss. Some were good, some were bad. And that pretty much rounds up what I didn't like about this movie. Did I like it better than the first? Is the first better? Honestly, I don't know at this point. That's something that I may revisit at some other time. But yeah, that's my review on Deadpool spoiler-free 2 movie review. I butchered that, but hey, it is Deadpool, and he's known for doing that a bit to all his rivals. Anyway, this is GB. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stick around. Summer season's coming up. We got a lot of reviews coming up. We got a bonus video sometime in the middle of the week, so make sure you tell everyone, etc., etc., etc. Time for the chimichangas.
Well, that's just lazy writing.